YouTubers, here we go with another very, very bizarre story, and this is out of Missouri, being reported by News Channel 4 there. This is a story about two foreign soldiers that are being charged with soliciting a minor for sex. They were attempting to abduct her or lure her into the car, whatever you want to call it. I would call it kidnapping. Okay. Some very, very bizarre events are going on with this story. One of them being that they're hiding what nation these two guys are from. That should be public information, and they're not releasing it. I've actually tried to call the sheriff's department myself, and basically got told that they weren't allowed to release that information. So let's go ahead and start watching this story. I'm going to pause it here and there and voice some concerns. Okay, start watching.
News Force following a developing story that would make any parent cringe.
A pair of soldiers who are being trained at Fort Leonard Wood accused of approaching a child for sex. We've been digging to find out more about this case since we first brought you the details at 5. Matt Cessny's live in Waynesville. Matt, what have you learned in just the past few hours?
Sharon, we are talking about two visiting foreign soldiers from a Middle Eastern country. They are behind bars tonight here at the Pulaski County Jail, charged with enticing a child and harassment. The sheriff here tells us he has been in touch with the U.S. State Department and U.S. military officials, but he will not tell us the exact country that these men are from. He will only...
Oh, why? I mean, what's so secretive of where they're from? Why can't we know this information? Like I said, that should be public information, and they are withholding which country these two guys are from. Let's keep watching.
Tell us that they are in isolation here at the jail for their own safety, largely because of who they are and the crime they're accused of committing.
Okay, who they are. Okay, maybe it's possible the news does know. We obviously know the sheriff's department knows who they are, but why they would be, in isolation because of who they are, that's just completely bizarre to me. It's totally irrelevant. It really doesn't matter who you are. There shouldn't be any special treatment for folks that are, being charged with such an offense. Let's keep watching.
34-year-old Mohammed Meflik and 31-year-old Antoine Chila apparently don't speak English, but they may have known enough English, authorities believe, to scare a 12-year-old girl in front of her own home.
According to her, what they did is they drove by her several times trying to solicit her to come into their vehicle. They tried to get her in and attempted to take her away.
Sexual favors they were asking?
Illicit favors, yes, sir.
A 12-year-old girl?
12 years old, yes.
It happened Friday, the sheriff says, along Route Z, just outside.
Alright, and they're saying that this happened Friday. I would imagine that would be last Friday. Today's the 25th of October, 2013. When I was trying to research the incident myself, all the stories that are coming out are only like 1 day old. So let's continue watching.
Of St. Roberts, and just a couple of miles from Fort Leonard Wood, where the two men were undergoing military training with Army officials.
There is no diplomatic immunity for these people. They are here as guests, and if they were diplomats or ambassadors or whatever, it would be different, but they're not.
See, it would be different for people that are above the law, and I'm not, exactly sure where he's going with that. I could imagine that he's saying that he would just follow federal law and release them into the custody of one of their consulates or along those lines. I believe that's how it goes. But if I was a sheriff of any community or a police officer or the chief of police of any community and, somebody was trying to abduct, one of the citizens of my community, I'd fight it very hard not to allow, somebody that's being charged with such an offense to leave, and I would fight all kinds of judicial battles to keep them within my jurisdiction, and that's exactly what this guy here should be doing too. So I don't know where he's coming from with that statement. Obviously he believes that there's people that are above the law and they can do whatever they want, and that's just completely wrong. He needs to stand up for his people, That's all there is to it. That's why they put him there, to protect the citizenry, and obviously he's not willing to do that if there's special conditions that people are above the law.
Here as that, they're here as visitors, they're here on a training mission, so therefore we treat them just like any other citizen that would be arrested and charged with a crime.
They're prisoners now.
They are.
Well, obviously they're not treating them like any other, person that was arrested for a crime, because they're not releasing where these people are from. Usually, they'll say, oh yeah, the guy was from Tampa, Florida, or something along those lines. So, once again, I mean, it's just really bizarre why they are keeping the national identity from these two guys, from the public.
Inmates, yes.
The sheriff here in Pulaski County tells us that there is a large number of soldiers from that same country that these two men are from as well. Military officials at Fort Leonard Wood are not commenting tonight, but the sheriff says the military is cooperating with him. The two are being held on $200,000 bond, and it is possible, the sheriff admits, that those soldiers' home country could put up that money, and they may never see this pair again. We'll keep following this story. We're live in Waynesville, Missouri.
I'm sorry, if these two guys are that much of a flight risk, there should be no bond. They are a flight risk, especially if they're saying that their country, their unnamed country, could put the bond up for them, and away they go. Bye-bye.
That says News 4.
Okay, so that video there is actually posted on beforeitsnews.com. You can go and watch that there for yourself. Here's another article that I believe is why our government does not want the identity of these soldiers' country, released. This here is from Debbie Schulzer, okay, dated October 24th. Like I said, this obviously happened last Friday, and I can't find any articles, that are, dated back that far. Everything is just now being released. But our article is titled, Obama is security training Hezbollah soldiers on United States soil, and they tried to rape a 12-year-old Missouri girl. Okay? Now, if that is true, we are training Hezbollah from Lebanon, which is an enemy of the United States, declared terrorist organization, and here it is, we are training them on our basis. That's completely illegal. If that is the case, our government, whoever is involved here, they are guilty of treason. Okay, I mean that is aiding and abetting foreign terrorist organizations, and it's been outlawed. Now, what she is saying here is because of their names, she has concluded that they are from Lebanon. Hopefully you can see that there. The camera doesn't really like to go up that close to the computer. She's concluding by their identity that they are from Lebanon. And that is completely bizarre. Why would we be possibly training Hezbollah on United States soil? I mean, they're our sworn enemy. If this is true, we need to get some answers, and for one, we need to find out where these guys are from. It's completely bizarre that they are withholding their national identity. So let's get on this, folks. Let's share this video. Let's make some calls and try and find out who these people are. Because if that is indeed the case, I mean, it's already come out that we're training Al-Qaeda and funding Al-Qaeda over in the Middle East, and they killed 4 over in Benghazi, and we don't have any answers for that yet. And here it is now that these guys are potentially from Lebanon. And from the Hezbollah. So that's my belief. I mean, there's a reason why they're not releasing this information, is because it's probably pretty damning. And we need to get some answers here, because I believe that our country is being run by criminals, and they're a criminal organization, and they're just ripping us off, fueling wars around the world to fund the military-industrial complex, and basically robbing this nation blind. And this could be a big-time smoking gun that we are training Hezbollah. Okay, so yeah, like I said, go ahead and share this video, and let's start digging up some answers. Alright, thanks for watching.